Jones's resignation, just one of the political topics we could talk about today. And whenever we talk politics, we'd like to do it with CBS 46 political analyst, Dr. Rashad Richey. Rashad, good to talk to you. And we just heard a little bit from the state representative in that interview that he gave to Haley Mason. He really hasn't talked a lot about his constituents, the people who elected him to office. Doesn't he owe them some kind of explanation for this?
Yeah, this has been one of the most ironic resignations I have ever seen in elected politics. Vernon Jones was on my show this morning right after he made the announcement to resign. And Vernon Jones seemed to be allergic to real questions because he actually left the interview abruptly without any explanation. And when you look at the resignation letter, he doesn't mention one word about serving the citizens of House District 91 or the people of DeKalb County. Everything has a political overtone and only talks to harassment he has personally felt, and that is it. Nothing about the constituents, and people are talking.
We know that Haley asked him if he still considers himself a Democrat. He says he does, but he says that the party has left him. Does he have a point? I mean, because you do hear this a lot, Rashad, that perhaps the Democratic Party as a whole takes the black vote for granted, that they don't do enough for that constituency, that they just expect to get that vote each and every time people go to the polls. Is there anything truthful about that?
Yeah, I think there is, Rick. I believe that anytime a political party can 100% depend on the vote of anybody, that political party, regardless of it being Democratic or Republican, may take that constituency for granted. So there's always that in play. But remember, Vernon Jones has been very careful not to say he's a Republican. He's also careful not to say he's endorsing the Republican Party. He's only saying he's endorsing President Donald J. Trump. Also, I heard him go out of his way to make sure he said nothing critical about the Republican Party, but he says his new mission is to fight racism and bigotry inside of the Democratic Party.
We all know President Trump loves people who compliment him publicly, and here is Representative Jones basically giving up his seat at the State House because of his support for President Trump. Do you see him perhaps getting a job within the Trump administration? Do you know anything about that?
Well, let me say this, Rick, I'll put it this way. I would bet my check and your check on the fact that Representative Vernon Jones has a plan B. And that plan B is connected to either the Trump administration or the Trump campaign.
Well, we shall see what happens. Very, very interesting story playing out here in the capital city of Atlanta. Rashad Richey, always good to talk to you, Rashad. Thank you.